Hello and welcome back to Film Posers for Boricuas ranting, raving, reviewing cinema. And today you are on our YouTube channel to witness our The Batman review. The Batman, as in directed by Matt Reeves. And let me pull up the letterbox so I can give you a little what's happening with this new iteration of Batman. So essentially, it's not just a call, it's a warning. In his second year of fighting crime, Batman uncovers corruption in Gotham City that connects to his own family while facing a serial killer known as the Riddler. So essentially, of course, this is a new iteration of Batman. It is directed by Matt Reeves, as I said, and it just feels completely new. It is very different. Of course, this time we're seeing he's still not the Batman. He's more of a vigilante. They never address him as the Batman. So we are definitely seeing an origin story of sorts. And again, it is very different. Most of us came out really exhilarated and thrilled from the reactions I got. But yeah, let's just tell everybody what we thought of the Batman, starting with one.
Me, is there a specific reason particularly? I was looking forward to this film. I'm not gonna lie. I knew it had gotten a lot of pushbacks. She's a survivor. So I was really looking forward to this film. I really like Batman. I was very intrigued to see what Matt Reeves does with this new version of the character. I have to say, first off, this film radiates bisexual energy. Like the bisexuals, you are all in for a treat. Because let me tell you, our screening, you could feel the tension in the room. You could hear a needle drop. Matt Reeves got that right. Twitter is going to explode with some of these scenes. And when the screen grabs come out, I'm letting you know as of now, it's going to happen. Twitter will implode. So, as a review itself, I think it's probably one of the most ambitious DC films to date. What it does, what Matt Reeves is able to do, it masterfully blends this dark, thrilling, psychological action film with like elements of neo noir, very much taking into the Detective Batman aspect of the comics. It was actually one of the strongest outings for the Batman character. I thought Robert Pattinson nailed it. I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning, I asked Anna, is that Robert Pattinson's voice? Like, he is an actor. I literally was like, damn, Roberto Pattinson, he's going in for it this week. And Zoe Kravitz, también, she kills it. She's amazing. I think she's one of the strongest Catwoman versions we've gotten in a while. She really goes all out, in my opinion. Honestly, the score was perfect. It was so cinematic. It was perfect. It was the right amount of tension and thrill. I really like this film like a lot. Like, I was very surprised how much I like this film. The only thing is, I'm ready to rewatch this in IMAX because I don't think you really can experience the glory of this visual film without IMAX. Not to say it's a bad thing, but it'll really enhance the film because we got like this little screen, I'm not gonna lie. And it was great, but you can tell the film needed to be seen in IMAX to just like absorb the cinema.
So when the film was announced that Matt Reeves was gonna direct this, I was really excited, especially that Robert Pattinson was gonna star in it because I we have seen how his career has flourished. Portraying the Batman is something like completely different of what he has done in the past, and I was really curious and excited to see it. And I'm gonna say I was really surprised by his role and the way that he portrayed the Batman. It's not the ones that we usually have seen before from the Christopher Nolan's trilogy and Zack Snyder's, portrayal of the Batman. It's a bit different. It goes back more to the comic book side of Batman because we always seen the action like type esque. It really captures the cerebral and the really thin scenes when it comes to the comic books, and also it has a little bit of influence with the video games for those that have played it. We have Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and she was pretty amazing. I really love the chemistry between Robert Pattinson and her on the big screen. You can really feel it, and there were some scenes that you were like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen next?" And no spoilers here. Now, Paul Dano as the Riddler. I gotta say, he was pretty scary. Okay,
It was very intimidating. Yeah.
he was very intimidating. I was waiting for him to get beat up. Again, no spoilers. And I don't know about you guys, but there was this point in the film that I really felt the 3 hours go by because, again, it is slow pace and it goes more in the detective side. There's not enough action. It is more cerebral. So there was this point on the film that I was like kind of feeling the hours, but then on the second half, however, in the second half of the film, it really picks itself up. And you know, you just can't take your eyes off the screen. I really like the last act. It is really monumental of him becoming the Batman. And it is really a cool original story and like different one that we have seen before.
Yeah, the psychological aspects reminded me a lot of the movie Seven, especially the way it was paced. It was very much that methodical side added to the Batman character, which I actually really liked. It actually added more depth to the story, and it kind of did feel like a mini series. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because essentially it like the 3 hour structure allows it to feel kind of like a play. Each act gets its own designated hour, which might throw people off, but at least for me, I could have watched 5 hours of this film, no problem, because I was genuinely invested. It is just a reinvention of the iconic vigilante with a powerhouse cast at the forefront, and it provides a masterclass of visual storytelling at the hands of Matt Reeves. And just the entire cast was so great to watch. Everyone played off each other really well. And I love Jeffrey Wright, so he was great. Paul Dano was very convincing as the Riddler, and his character and his interactions with Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman, created a very good kind of detective novel noir kind of vibe, which was very nice to witness, because some people might go into this. There is action, but it is very cerebral, as Anna was saying. It takes you by a lot of twists and turns, but it's a very delicious slow burn.
Hard agree. And it's like one of the most beautiful Batman movies in terms of the cinematography. Like Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, who? Like,
Yeah.
the cinematography is spectacular. Like
The
that.
film bros are coming.
Oh, ma'am.
Hey, like Dark Knight is still like,
Well, honestly, I rank this above The Dark Knight.
yeah, like I'm like, to me, like this one and the Dark Knight are pretty much neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
So I am also a big Batman fan. So I have watched like even like the George Clooney ones, which are camp. You know, they're not the best Batman movies ever, but they're still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is just like pretty much what you've been mentioned. I like that this film explores a lot of the darkness within it. Like they gave us the depressed Bruce Wayne.
They gave us emo
Like,
Batman.
he
And we
was-
love it.
He had a Tumblr account. I just know it.
Yes.
Especially just the house, the production design, everything was so gothic and baroque, and
Mhm.
everything was so detailed, and you can tell that there was a lot of passion and thought put into
Mhm.
this film, which I really do hope that's the case, because at least visually there is a lot of proof that there was so much dedication to every single aspect of this film.
Yeah. I was really enamored by the cinematography, especially there's this one last shot that you're like, chef's kiss.
It has to do with the light. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Yes.
From above, and everybody that's seen that film, like, you're gonna know immediately. You're gonna watch this. If you watch this after, or if you watch this before seeing the movie, and then, like, why are you watching this? Come
Yes.
back, listen to this, and you'll know what we're
Yeah.
talking about, because everybody that's seen this movie just immediately thinks of that shot, and it's the first one that comes to mind to me when I think about those aspects of like how it takes a little bit from classic paintings, because it just feels very art house, very meticulous in the best way, and it's so rich. I'm gonna keep saying it because, like, I remember when we watched it, I was like, this film feels like a delicious 3-layered cake, like a chocolate mousse cake. And I said it in another review too, and I'm gonna keep repeating it because it's rich, it's delicious, it melts in your mouth, and you're just there like, ah, yes, cinema.
That is such a perfect description. You're absolutely right.
It's a
100%.
3-layered chocolate mousse cake.
100%. Yes. And it's 3 hours long, so it's 1 cake per hour. You're absolutely right.
I imagine what it would be like to actually eat cake while watching this, though.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
I'd do it. I'm gonna
I'd do
take
it. Yeah.
I'm
Get
gonna
one of
go.
those Costco cakes, those huge
yes.
Costco cakes with the buttercream. You're in.
Nobody's gonna stop me.
No.
No. Why should they? Why should they?
Absolutely. But yeah, I think my favorite part, like Anna, as you were mentioning, was of course the cat and the bat, because Mama loves herself some good romance, and just their chemistry was muy caliente.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was really heated, you know.
That's why I said the tension. You could feel it.
So clearly this film gets 2 thumbs up from the posers. Everybody give your rating out of 10, starting with 1.
9, borderline 9.5, because the ending kind of, I have a feeling I know where they're going, but if it's what I thought it was at first,
Mhm.
I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna give Matt Reeves a chance to explain himself. But 9 to 9.5, I really love it. It's probably gonna end up in my top 10. I don't know where, but it might end up in the top 10.
I think like an 8.5, because I had a little bit of an issue with the pacing and the ending,
Mm-hmm.
that it's gonna lead to something which I
Yeah.
hope it doesn't, because I'm not gonna spoil it.
I mean, we had our discussion. We had our
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like 10, but having let it simmer, yeah, the ending kind of takes a little bit out of it, so I'm going with a 9.5 out of 10.
My rating has not changed since I've seen the film. This is a solid 9 out of 10. I will not accept anything less than an 8 out of people. This film is good. They tried to do something different. We keep getting so many iterations of Batman. So to get something like this is very refreshing. This is perfect for people who are fans of the vigilante iconic figure, and as well as people who don't follow comic book films or DC, etc. So I think this is perfect for everybody. Clearly we liked it.
Yeah. DC fans are really gonna have a treat with this one.
Oh, yeah.
3-hour feast. I think the 3-hour runtime was justified, honestly.
You know, a 3-course meal, as you will say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all for this review. Please make sure to follow the Film Posers at our designated socials, which will be linked below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and please stay tuned for an interview we will have coming soon with a cast member from The Batman, which of course will be linked down below because these two should be going up at the same time. So watch it. And yeah, that's all for this video.
Vengeance.
Please remember, we're all film posers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.